Hi, my name is Mitch Mitchell, and this is going to be the final video I do for 2015. And I'm dressed nicely because I went to a networking event, had an okay time, and I said, you know what, I'm dressed nice for once, I'm wearing a tie. This is a good way to close out the year. So this is just going to be a brief kind of encapsulation, if you will, of my thoughts on the year in leadership and diversity. And I got to tell you, it's been a horrible year for thinking about leadership and diversity. The political season is enough to make you think leadership is gone. There's no real leadership anymore. I can't believe some of the things that people are saying. You know, it's okay to have differences of opinion. But the way that people talk about each other and then they talk about everything else, and these are the people who are the elected officials who want to lead the country, who are trying to prove that they deserve to be in the top spot for the presidency. Are you kidding me? I just can't believe how ugly this has been already. And not just the big national parties. I mean, my goodness, there was a fight a couple of days ago in Alabama between the mayor of some city and a city councilman. Are you kidding? I thought that stuff only happened in Korea because you're always seeing those videos. There's no civility. There's just a lack of leadership across the board, good leadership. And it's bothersome to someone like me who writes on leadership. I do a lot of these videos on leadership. And yet I notice, oh, you know what? Almost no one is really reading a lot of the blog posts. No one is really watching a lot of the videos. And it says to me, okay, there's a disconnect somewhere. And from my perspective, I'm failing because I'm not connecting with people to at least look at this topic of leadership in a more thorough way. And I even wrote a book this year on leadership called Leadership Is and Isn't Easy. And I promoted the heck out of that thing, and it went nowhere. Leadership is not one of the top things that's searched on Google for whatever reason. There's enough leadership people out there who are talking about the subject, but none of us really seem to be getting over the top. And that's frightening because it says that as a society, forget society, as a world, we're just going in the wrong direction. We're not doing the things that need to be done to really make this world better. We're not addressing other people's issues. Now I'm moving into the diversity side because this has been a horrible year for minorities. It's been a horrible year. I could sit there and talk about just Black Lives Matter, which they do, but you know what? Hispanics have been taking major hits. Muslims have been taking major hits. Syrians, Indians, you name a minority group, they're taking a major hit. Then you look at countries like India, and their lower classes are taking major hits. Women are taking major hits. I can't believe that you would have politicians who will come out and have a woman get raped and say, well, it's her fault for dressing a certain way or doing whatever. What? Now, I understand there's culture differences, but that's a major leadership fail. It's just horrendous. So, I'm going to take a little bit of time over the next couple of weeks to think about things in general, to think about a way to promote this topic of leadership and why we need better leadership and why we need our politicians to prove themselves more to us as true leaders. For all the stuff that people want to say about Barack Obama or even George Bush, the last George Bush, they never came out and said mean things about their opponents. You didn't hear them say mean things about other people. I mean, George Bush Jr., because I just still always call him that, he was really a nice guy. For all the stuff I might not have liked that he did politically, when all was said and done, he was a nice guy. Barack Obama has proved that he's a nice guy. You may not necessarily like everything that they've done as leaders, but they have shown dignity and deportment, and they've been nice. They haven't been nasty. They haven't, had to go away from their personality and then come back and say, oh, but I'm actually a nice guy. You have not heard anything really nasty or hateful from either of these two guys. And I'm looking at the folks who are running right now, and I'm wondering, okay, who's actually going to step forward and say something that's not insulting, hateful? I don't know. So this is where I'm thinking. But you know what? Maybe I'm just saying it wrong. So I'm going to ask you, have you seen any good leaders? And I don't necessarily mean that you agree with everything they want. If that's all you've got, then that's not what I want to hear. Have you seen anyone who has shown that they are willing to step above the fray and at least try to do the right thing without stepping on the rights of others, without castigating people, without being misogynistic or hateful? You let me know. I'm sort of disappointed, and it's too bad because I dressed nice for this. But that's my thought. Anyway, is there a leadership dream? Y'all tell me. I'm Mitch Mitchell. I hope you have a wonderful 2013. Oh my God, 2015, the rest of the year. And let's shoot for a better 2016. Please, let's have a better 2016. Y'all take care.